Hi everyone, and welcome to the second part of the 73rd episode of Strawberry Patches podcast. My name is Marina and I'm here with you today to tell you a little bit about my yarn and what I've been up to. I'm coming to you from Auckland, New Zealand on this gorgeous February day, and I'm here with my daughter. Let's start! Okay, let's start with this gorgeous colors. And this is my new base called Zebra. And this is the second batch that I've dyed. The first one sold out like in 1 hour. And I tried something different. The other one was also pinks and blues, but this is more of cherry red and like icy blue. And this is 100% merino in a very different twist. It's a 2-ply construction, as you can see, but it's very, very plump. So I'd imagine that this would go a long way. You can knit it up maybe as a sport weight because it's so plump. And I'm really curious how it knits up. I need to make a swatch to see, but as you can see, there are some of these parts of this thread applied with black merino. So I'd imagine there'll be black stripes, and also, of course, there'll be stripes of blues and pinks. So that's number 1. I don't know about you, but I really love this green, juicy green apple colorway, which shows a bit darker on camera, but here is better. It's this nice, like a green apple, exactly like that. And I have 2 skeins on the twist on twist 4-ply with 338 meters per skein. This would be, I think 1 would be enough for a pair of socks, and 2 would be enough for let's say baby cardigans, or like a set or a shawl. And I have this one to pair it with if you would like to. This is my cucumber colorway, and it's basically the same dye but in a lighter concentration, and this is on the 100% New Zealand merino base. As you can see, the twist is different. This is a bit looser than this, but they are both beautiful yarns. And because of the twist, this is a looser twist and it's a more plump and squishy yarn. And they're available in the shop for those of you who love green. I was actually thinking of making a neutral, gender neutral baby garment out of this one, because when I was making that romper, I was thinking if I was to make a present, I needed something pale, muted, lovely, and this is perfect for a baby that you don't know the gender of. So I actually might use that one. I have some more in the shop, so please go check out the strawberrypatches.co.nz and you will see more there. Okay, next what I have for you is this lilac colorway, and I have it here on 2 bases. This is my 80/20 New Zealand merino with 400 meters in 100 grams, and it's beautiful yarn that I love to use for baby garments and sweaters and cardigans for myself. Really love this plump yarn. And just to show the difference, this is my twist on twist base, which is also 4-ply, but it has 338 meters, as you can see here. And because of the higher twist, you see here compared to this, it's good. It's so sturdy that it is also used in socks, so even the socks would hold up in this yarn. And I thought I'd show you what you can pair it with. I still have 3 of these beautiful skeins in my shop, And this is my cashmerino sock base, and it's cashmere, 10% nylon and 80% superwash merino, and again 400 meters. And look, you can make a fade, you can make a shawl, but this all would go together. Also, you can add a little bit of fluff. I have just one skein of this purple cloud, which is 72% silk, 28% mohair, 50 gram skein, approximately 420 meters. And this is in the same purple color as you can see here. So I think this paired with this would give you a beautiful maybe hat, or maybe a pair of nice warm gloves, mittens, or even socks. Why not? So yes, here are my purple ones. Okay, now that I've yet again changed Lily and yet again fed her, she is over there. She's fallen asleep because it's so hot and she's laying on her mat and sleeping. So I decided, yay, finally I can continue chatting to you and tell you all about the things that have been happening in my life, and then I want to do some podcast recommendations and also ask you a question. Let's start with the question, by the way, why not? I used to have this in every episode, but not lately, so I thought I'd come back to that. I have recently been watching, well, when I had time in the evening when both of my girls are asleep. Oh, it feels so nice to say both girls. I'm just so happy to be a mother of two beautiful girls. But anyway, I have stumbled upon some videos of people talking about all their knits in 2021, or all the sweaters they have knit up. And I really enjoyed watching those, and they kind of give you an overview of many of the patterns, and you can see, for example, some famous designs, some not so famous, and the variations, because they're obviously in different sizes and colors. So my question is, would you want me to make a video like that? And I'm thinking of making it anyway, because I really want to kind of mark that milestone of what I have made in 2021. But I don't know what format to choose, either to talk about all the things that I've knit in 2021 or all the sweaters and tops that I've knitted, like all of them, not just 2021 but the previous years as well. So let me know what you think. Or are you more into this kind of a little bit of whips, a little bit of acquisitions and life updates kind of videos, or maybe you have other ideas of what kind of videos you want to see from me. So yeah, please do comment. I really love reading all of your comments and suggestions, and I always reply to them. I try to do that right away. So I would love to hear from you guys. Now, what I've been up to in these 2 months, well, as I told you, I was due very soon after my previous podcast, and I had a normal natural birth just one day before the due date. It happened at night, so we took Lydia, my older daughter, to her kindergarten, which is a home-based one, and we arranged it that we could take her there no matter what time of the day, and it was in the middle of the night. It was 2 a.m. So she was taken care of, then went to the hospital. It was a very fast birth, just 2 hours. I was so lucky to have it had so quickly, and Lily was born 3.5 kilograms, and such a nice, perfect baby. And just a couple of hours after that, we went to Warkworth, which is a birthing center up north here from Auckland. It's a beautiful place where I was with my first one, and I really enjoyed the staff was so friendly, and it was pretty quiet with amazing food, and all of this is community based, so it's totally free for everyone, and you get this wonderful advice from very, very competent nurses about how to breastfeed, how to swaddle, how to bathe the baby, and they go and check on you and the baby every now and then. The only thing that was a little bit annoying is that we all had to wear masks when we were outside the room, and when somebody was coming into my room, I had to wear a mask, which was really hard for me because it was so hot. It's summer, as you know. But I really enjoyed my stay there. Everybody was super friendly, and but I really missed my family, my husband and my daughter, so I left a little bit earlier. And yeah, and it was so cute to see my both daughters see each other for the first time. Of course, Lily was just a newborn, so she didn't really understand anything, but Lydia was so happy and so in love with her baby sister that it was really, really awesome. And since then, it's really, really I'm really surprised that she's not jealous of her, because obviously I don't have much time to spend with her now, because in the morning I try to sleep in a little bit longer because I have to breastfeed at night, and of course in the morning I'm still sleepy when Lydia wakes up. So all that said, Lydia has been really wonderful big sister, and she's very careful with her baby sister and loving, and it's so nice to see them, and I cannot wait for both of them to start playing together, but that will be later. So after birth, it was all hectic for a while because obviously I was still in shock of all of the things and changes in my life. And then we had very quiet Christmas and New Year. We had our Christmas tree with all my handmade toys. I don't think I even took pictures this year because it was a bit crazy. And yeah, and then just like that, it's already end of January. Yesterday was our wedding anniversary. It's been 4 years, and oh my god, it's been the happiest time of my life. And I'm just so happy, and I wanted to share, and I wanted to tell you guys about what's been going on. I hope you, as much as I do when I watch other podcasters, I hope you also enjoy these little personal bits, because through this podcast community I feel like I found some really great friends, like Ellie from Little Fern Fibers, or Alexandra from Fiberbound, or Anastasia from Free Your Sheep, or other wonderful people. I cannot name everyone right now, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I have been talking to many of you, and I feel like this is like my video message, and when I watch other podcasts it's like their replies, and I love that. I love that I can have this online community. Oh yes, we also I started to go out and meet with my knitting groups, which is these 2 groups that are on Saturdays. So I go to one on one and to the other group on other Saturday, and these wonderful, wonderful ladies. I took Lily with me, and they all were so kind, and of course it was so nice to get out of the house and talk about knitting, because obviously nobody at home really understands my passion for all of this, you know. Like, for example, every now and then I go in my cupboard where I keep all of the yarns that are for me, not the ones that I want to sell, and I take these out and I fondle them and then I put them back. But Lydia is really funny. She likes to play with them too, and she knows how much I love yarn, and she made me laugh the other day when I was about to leave to my knitting group, and I told her that it will be in a cafe with some ladies, and she said, "Mommy, I want to come with you too." And I said, well, what are we going to do there? Because I'm going to be knitting. She's like, yes, I'm going to be knitting too. I have my knitting too. So she took out that swatch that I made and she took it out of the cupboard. And she just like pulls on the strings and she says, I see, I'm knitting. She made me laugh. She wanted to go to a knitting group with me. Yeah, this just shows how much she has missed me and how much she wants to, you know, be with me and, you know, do the same things. I try to spend as much time with her as I can, so when Lily is sleeping or when she is happy on her playmat, I just read a book to Lydia or we just do some dancing, which has been lots of fun. I'm so happy to be finally getting rid of my pregnancy weight, and it's so nice to be able to move and sleep. But as I was saying, this online community helps me to share my passion for all of this wonderful fiber for spinning and cotton and everything. And speaking of cotton, here's what happened. So I didn't talk about it before, but I have some plans for my website. So I love knitting with cotton in the summer here because it's really warm, and as much as I love merino, it's too warm and my hands get sweaty. So I decided to import some Alize, Turkish Alize yarns to New Zealand, and I've been selling them in some Facebook groups. So it has been so successful and you guys have been loving it so much as I have. I decided to add a separate page to my website, which will be dedicated to me distributing those 100% cotton yarns. It will be mostly for the New Zealand market, obviously, because for everyone outside New Zealand it will be easier just to order from places that are closer to your home. So I have received a package full of beautiful one-tone cotton yarns that I don't know whether I will show you, but I think mainly they're all 100% cotton, very good quality cotton that I have used for many of my projects. Like one is this rainbow romper that I made for Lily, and she has been wearing it, and I have a little photo of her wearing it here. Also, I made that summer top tee that I've been wearing a lot this summer. It's a beautiful yarn. I really love knitting with it, so I decided to share it with anyone who wants to knit with it here. So that's part of it. And also I am going to be again at the Wool Fest here in Auckland, which will be I think in May. And I have booked 2 tables and I'm planning to dye up some more yarns. Hopefully I will have time for that. We shall see. But I will see you guys there. If you're local and if you're not, please drive and see us. This is the biggest event in New Zealand. Well, in the Auckland area. I know there are others in other cities that I haven't been to yet, but locally for me, this is the biggest Wool Fest, the celebration of all the indie dyers and other makers. There will be spindle makers and wonderful fiber, and I have 2 episodes where I talk all about it. If you just search Strawberry Patches Wool Fest, you will probably find those episodes and you can see what it's like. So I'll be there. I will have some changes to my website. Also, I am planning this February sale where all of my yarns will be on sale. What else? I think that's all I wanted to share with you. In the next episode, I would really love to talk about my future projects, what I want to make. But as I told you already, I'm planning to challenge myself and make 12 gnomes in this year. So in February, I'll be making another gnome. I purchased 4 more patterns from Sarah. And I guess I'll be showing you the previous gnome, like the January and the February one, and then in March I will show you January, February, March ones. So by the end of the year I should have 12 of these. And this will be exciting. Lydia really loves playing with these ones, and she's already asked me the first gnome that I knitted for her. I gifted it to her for New Year, I think. She really wants another one in different colors for her. So I will be making those. And what else for... I would also love to make some designs that I purchased from Jill Karina. I have some summer lace tops that I want to make, or I really want to make another Maritimo by Caitlin Hunter in some hand-dyed yarn that I have. I'm not sure what size I will be, and I really want to be that size so that I could try it on as I go. And also Zweig is on my mind, another of Boylan Knitworks designs. So yes, I have lots of that planned, but not much time to do it. So yes, last thing I want to tell you is the podcast recommendations. I have written them here. I think somebody recommended this one. So there's Ruth from the Knitting Hobbit, and she's a fairly new podcaster, and I have really enjoyed watching her knitting journey, and she's really good and really lovely person. Who she's somewhere up north in Europe. It's been a long time since I watched her episode, so I can't really remember where she's from, but she's doing this really nice color work sweaters and shares all about that. You should check her out. Also there is My String of Pearls, which is a lovely podcast by Mioka and Linda, who are mother and daughter, and I just watched a few episodes and I really loved it. The dynamic of two podcasters making this together is really cute. So I really enjoyed watching that. I think Mioka was pregnant and then she gave birth. I hope I'm not mixing it up with someone else. But the latest episodes that I've been watching and really enjoying is Aro. She has a channel called Aro Knits and Pearls, and she's an amazingly quick knitter. She has made this video of all the sweaters she's made in 2021, and she's done like over 30 sweaters. She mostly does test knitting, and oh my god, those sweaters, I cannot imagine how she does it. Like, I have only watched a few episodes, so I don't know if she has a full-time job or she just does that, because I cannot imagine anyone having a full-time job and finishing that many sweaters in a year. But it's really interesting to see all of her. She, of course, because she's done so much test knitting, she gets to see some of the designs first. And yeah, she's done some for Max the Knitter, for I think Jennifer Steingas, and some other famous designers. I cannot think of them right now, but yeah, really prolific knitter and worth checking out. So with that, I want to finish this video, and really do hope that you go check out those podcasters and share the love and tell them that you came from this channel. I would really appreciate that. I think this video is so long that I'll have to make it into 2 parts. And I hope you've been with me all this time. And thank you so much for joining me and spending this time with me. I hope I will be back soon with some more knitting and some more stories, maybe some more hand-dyed yarn. This is my goal number 1, to top up my hand-dyed store. And yeah, I hope you're all healthy and happy, and you are you have your hobby to keep you sane and happy, and see you in the next episode. Thanks for joining me. Subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.